future home of Super Bowl 56. There's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A toss right to Henry.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big play that time for the Titans. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Chargers?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense, because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tannehill going to get this out quickly. It's complete.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the touchdown. He will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
If I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Off play action. Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's put down after a very nice
puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career, and fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Throw left side, taken in by McKinney.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Again, Herbert rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come on down 3rd and long. Now Tannehill. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert completes it to Dixon. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Running on first down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
Yo!
It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. A CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. And the problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters.
Oh, yo.
And Brandy, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Play action. It's Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 46. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler hitting double digits Titans with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the first half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off play action, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete there to Perriman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Tannehill throw out wide, it's complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. De'Ami Brown, as the first half is winding down, and the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Chargers 7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown. Final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even. If they just scored, if they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will tie our game here in the third.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gutton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Charger drive about to get going.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Buying time is left. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Runs over again. Powerful running. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big play there for L.A. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
He's got his tight end McKinney right side complete.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Big knocked back to the 18. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following a field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now to get back out there and get us the lead back.
On On 2nd and 1, Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. Bulldozes past him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out in the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hurts my soul with this.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 1st down and much more for Henry. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Herbert flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Herbert now. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this one too low.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 113 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. He'll have another first down and more. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a big run that time by Henry. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppling, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And this will get them all the way inside the Tennessee 20. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the give, this is Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Herbert.
Oh, my God.
What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Herbert to throw. It's complete to Cook. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They got exactly what they wanted there. An out route catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Herbert going to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. So the end goal there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. Still going. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of it.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Titans. And that will set them up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Titans, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of their 17-game schedule. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.
Slugger, way after white, we ain't never got a flow, but we started from the gutter, ayy. Starting like no one stunner. She curved back then, came back, so I swung her. I ain't going out like no sucker. Had to let it burn like Usher. Gave a rush for an hour, Chris Tucker. You cannot mistake me for another. I had to wait my time like a buffer. I'm that did I still stutter? Ball hard, might get a tick. Bought a push start for it, got a check. Drip too hard, made a I know she won't forget that we met. She had it broken down, she a wreck. They saying more you better than the rest. Who, me? I never would've guessed. Rookie, but I do it like a vet. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner.